Hi, and welcome to my Let's Play of Blade Runner. Yep, I'm going old school. Interesting thing about this game is I've had it in my games collection for about 20 years. I picked it up when it first came out, and it's one of the games that's always been on the back burner. I've tried playing it twice before, never got to the end of the game. So yeah, I figure I've built up a list of a couple of games that I figure I should complete, and that's what I'm going to be doing on the channel. Interesting thing about this game is it has, I think it's about 10 endings, which if you consider the age of this game, it's actually quite novel for a game to be that open-ending. So, without further ado, I think we should dive in and see what happens.
I'm leaving now.
Lucy, my sweet.
I cleaned out the tiger cage and sorted all the meal bins. So, if it's all right, it's my turn to fix dinner.
Haven't you forgotten something, little one? Just one little thing.
Mr. Runcer, please.
It's been a very long day.
I don't want to.
Now, Lucy, I thought we'd settled this last week. Don't let's forget who pays your salary. We're closed. Come back tomorrow. Wait! I haven't finished with you. I told you, we're closed.
We're not here to buy, little man. We've come to sell.
You can't possibly have anything to interest me. These are extremely rare animals of the highest quality.
What a coincidence. So am I. That is the price for humility.
Oh, please, don't.
And what else might we interest you in today, sir? Perhaps some virtue?
Not my animals, please. I'm begging you.
But what of honor, little man? At what price? Honor.
Oh my God, no! That tiger is the rarest specimen ever seen.
Tiger, tiger, burning bright. The forest of the night.
BR 61661, report to precinct headquarters, code 3, repeat code 3.
I was just finishing up my 12 out on patrol when I got the call. Welcome relief considering that the most action I'd seen all night was a schizoid grandmother doing the shimmy in her underwear in the second sector.
BR 61661, report to division headquarters, code 3, repeat code 3.
Last time I had a 3 was when some hooker vomited Thunderbird on Bryant's desk, and yours truly led the cleanup crew. Year and a half on the job, it was still the dirtiest work I'd seen. Where's Captain Bryant?
Took a sick day. Got himself a heinous case of ptomaine poisoning. He asked me personally to run the unit in his absence.
Gouza was one of the old-time guys who took their knocks in the streets. He had a friendly way about him, but you didn't want to turn your back on him if you were less than a friend.
Hope you've been enjoying your leisure time, kid, 'cause it's time to take that thumb out of your ass.
Hallelujah.
Don't get too excited. The other Blade Runners are all jammed up. Holden's sucking dinner through a straw. Gaff's working the Tyrell break-in, and Steele's working special undercover. Looks like you got this one by default.
You really know how to make a girl feel wanted.
Animal murder done at Runciter Zoological. Probably just be a schizoid glitz, but we got the call. Old man Runciter lost something like 1 billion chinions worth.
10 to 1, this ain't a job for Rep Detect.
You got something better to do? Perfect your French cooking, maybe?
Slumming tonight, Slim?
I thought you were on special assignment.
Wasn't too damn special after I had the suckers out.
What happened?
Couple of fours were masquerading as fibroplast insulators down at Kaiser. I dressed up like a nurse. They never had a chance.
I'll bet. You put them on the machine?
Hell no. There's a beautiful little thing in here called the magic, and it ain't ever been wrong. You develop it, you got a brilliant career ahead of you.
I'm working on it.
What's Gouza got you doing tonight?
AM at Runciter's.
Animal murder. Oh, those skin jobs got no respect for anything that truly lives and breathes. And that goddamn Eldon Tyrell ought to be zipped into a body bag and flushed into deep space.
Get rid of him, we'd be out of a job.
I think we're all overdue for a little off-road paid vacation. You can stop staring at my ass now.
You got eyes in the back of your head?
All you gotta do is ask, Slim.
Animal sales was a profitable and prestigious business since most real animals had died out after the Terran War. There were plenty of electric ones, though, powered by rechargeable batteries. No self-respecting human would own one of those frauds.
So, here we are in Blade Runner. First thing I need to get choices of. Okay, so that's our general game options. Help. Yeah, probably save a game, and we're going to call it first. There to do. And this is like our PDA, so we have ongoing crimes, clues and suspects, and that's just clues. Okay. What do we have around? Okay, so the icon's changing colour. Well, that looks interesting.
Find something?
Piece of chrome.
From a car?
No, I think it's horse chrome. Bag it and tag it.
Okay, so we got some chrome. Let's have a look at this, shall we?
Scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming.
Okay, so that's that.
Scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming.
So there. Hydrant. Let's talk to...
What do you know?
About 30 counts of animal murder and one of aggravated assault. The shop's been thrashed. You ought to see this tiger cub they got in there. It's a goddamn tragedy.
How's old man Runciter holding up?
State of shock. He's been moaning and complaining about his world caving in.
You'd feel the same way if they were your animals. How many perps?
At least 2. Bloody footprints all over the scene.
Must be a delightful sight. Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Row actions inside. Abstract art. All over the walls and ceiling.
I never did appreciate art.
Okay, so we can also deal with these.
Canvass the area. Maybe somebody had his eyes open.
I'm on it.
Okay. Anything else? I think that's just the fire hydrant. Might be the actual bin.
Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was going to root through trash, my expectations weren't too high.
Okay. Let's head in.
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled, graceful even. Quite a pair.
Okay. Well, I figured before we start searching around... Oh. Stop moving.
McCoy, LPD.
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl who works for me.
She's responsible for all this mayhem?
No, of course not. It was two men acting in concert with her, obviously.
Obviously. What'd they look like?
Big and scary and absolutely malevolent. All my animals.
Okay, so he's upset.
Can you think of anything they might have been after?
First, I thought they wanted money, but I don't keep any in the shop. Then I thought they wanted to steal my animals, but they started executing them.
Could they have been replicants?
Who else would be capable of such barbaric acts?
Okay. See what we have around here. So we've got the camera up the top.
All my animals.
You got any discs from that camera?
It's irrelevant. Those murderers also destroyed the camera. Thousands of Jinyens worth.
Maybe it photographed them before they shot it out.
I guess you've got a point at that.
Looks like we're getting some more information.
I believe this is the disc from last night.
Peachy.
Okay. As with most other point-and-click adventures, just a matter of scanning around.
My precious one. She was my baby. I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the...
About 30 counts of animal murder in one of the...
Judging from the...
Okay. So what do we do now?
All my animals.
Oh yeah, that's how
You ever do any business with the replicant manufacturers, Tyrell Corporation?
I resent that accusation.
Just wondering.
Officer, last May I personally sold Governor Colvig an exquisite Bergeron colt. I have been a guest at his house on 3 separate occasions. Do I look like I need to carry artificial product?
Gotta be something else to interact with. Nothing's coming up as of yet.
Tell me about this Lucy.
There's not a lot I can tell you. She's only worked for me for a short while. She's about 14 years old with pink hair. A very attractive young thing.
How'd you find her?
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone. And he's a very reputable wholesaler.
You treat her well?
As well as any young tot should be treated.
She got a desk? Or someplace where she worked?
She used to eat over there.
Okay. That's what we was missing. Ooh.
A toy dog.
Let's see.
Well, isn't that cute?
What are you?
Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself. A candy bar. Yuck.
Looks like Rolos. Okay. Nothing else? Let's have another chat with you.
See if you can dig up that reference from Ogilvy's.
Yes, it's somewhere here. Just a moment.
Oh, I'm stood in the way, so it's having to path all the way round.
Here you are.
Stick around. I may not be finished with you.
Okay.
My precious one. She was my baby.
I think that's about it.
It didn't add up. Animal murders, the lack of any theft, the small animals alone were worth a good chunk of change on the street. It seemed more like an act of vengeance.
Okay, let's see if the officer's got anything.
Find anything else out here?
This woman says she saw that kid who worked for Runciter hanging around with a big fat guy last week.
Find anything else out here?
This guy lives across the street. Says he heard a crash late last night. Looked out his window and saw a black sedan speeding away from the scene.
Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Row actions inside. Abstract art. All over the walls and ceiling.
Okay.
Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Row actions inside. Abstract art. All over the walls and ceiling.
So, let's do this. Right, I'll be right back. I just want to see if this records okay. And we're back. Yeah, it's recorded fine. So what clues have we got? Got candy.
Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself.
Okay.
This woman says she saw that kid who worked for Runciter hanging around with a big fat guy last week. This guy lives across the street. Says he heard a crash late last night. Looked out his window and saw a black sedan speeding away from the scene.
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone, and he's a very reputable wholesaler. There's not a lot I can tell you. She's only worked for me for a short while. She's about 14 years old with pink hair. A very attractive young thing.
Okay. So, animal murderer. Graceful footprints, officer's statement. Oh, so we can toggle things on and off. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, so that's police headquarters. Would be a good place to start. Okay, let's head in.
Lockup. Ground floor. Mainframe and shooting range. Laboratory. Roof. Lockup. Ground floor.
Well,
Lockup.
let's have a look. Okay.
Are they letting me out?
I'm not the one who makes that decision.
I suppose it's my turn to bear the cross for the cause.
Who are you, anyway?
Please leave me alone. My migraine's acting up.
Okay, so they've got someone in lockup already.
Ground floor.
Ah. So this is how we get to the chief's office, is it? As I run.
Bryant go on permanent leave and you get full use of the office, Lieutenant?
You know the procedure. Dump it all in the mainframe upstairs and I'll read it later.
You got it.
Okay. So we're to sync with the mainframe. That's a long-ass thing for a transition. Right.
Violent street crime in the city rose again last year by a whopping 26%, according to the latest figures from the Department of Justice. Governor Kolvig attributed the change to the dramatic increase in the number of specials registered as city residents and promised a tough new set of standards for the City Immigration Bureau by next month.
Old copies of case files, notices, and memos. The usual station junk.
How about here?
Lucky Strikes. Crystal's brand. I knew she was spending a lot of time in the training maze these days, even though she'd already gotten close to a perfect score.
Esper room. Have a look at what's in there. It's been so long since I played this. Okay.
Uploading personal clue database.
That was a fluke.
Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
Thank you, Phyllis. Okay.
Scanning video disk. 2 enhanceable images found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database.
Okay.
Run sitter crime scene.
Let's see. This is the part of the game that I always enjoyed. Can we get what he's reading? Don't think so. Okay, what are we looking for? Oh, that's promising. Who are you? Hello.
Hello there, Lucy. Give me a hard copy of that.
Okay, so got that picture. Anything over in her area? Looks like maybe.
A sushi menu from Howie Lee's. Give me a hard copy of that.
Okay. Anything in this general location? Don't think so. Anything in the reflection? No. Just one of them, okay. So let's close that.
Run sitter crime scene.
Okay. See if we can get this time. No. But we do have people. Can we get a face? I really want to know where they get their cameras.
He looks familiar. Give me a hard copy of that.
Okay. We get any details on the car?
A black ground car. Looks like it's been around the block a few times. Give me a hard copy of that.
What about down here? Okay. Perhaps. My god, I think it is.
Local license plate. Give me a hard copy of that.
Okay. So... got a couple.
Uploading personal clue database.
Resync.
Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
Awesome.